AITAH. If I go no contact with my sister and mom for disrespecting my wishes for my baby funeral. I lost my child and had a funeral the other day. I wanted only my partner and me to wear white at the funeral, with everyone else in blue or black. My mom ignored this and wore white anyway. Later, I discovered my sister posted a picture of my son's face on social media without my permission. When I asked her to take it down, she lied and blocked me on Instagram while leaving the post up for hours. 24F, recently had a baby who passed a few months ago. We just had the funeral the other day. I specifically told my mom that I wanted my partner and I to be the only ones wearing white and for everyone else to wear the color blue or black. While on a call with my aunt, it slipped out that my mom would be wearing white. I was highly upset because my mom always does stuff like this and likes to be in control, and I'm a very non-confrontational person on a whole, but also because of how she acts when I do address her. She also did not come to my gender reveal because she was mad at me and she was the keeper of the gender and said she would not come unless I apologized to her. On the day of the funeral, I sent a reminder to everyone if they didn't have the color blue, please just wear black. My mom responded and said okay. She still showed up in white despite my wishes. Later on in the day after the funeral, I went to eat with mutual friends and my partner. I went on Snapchat and saw that my sister, 18F, had posted my son's face. I have no proper pictures of him when he was alive, so I had a photographer come and take photos of him the day before the funeral so that we could have something to place on the funeral monitor and on an easel. My partner and I agreed that we would never post a picture of our baby's face out of respect. When I saw that my sister posted this picture, it had already been up for an hour at this time. I immediately called her and told her to please take down the post. She said she was not home and she was out eating at a restaurant. I checked her location. She was home, so she lied. I called her again and she ignored my call but messaged me to show me that she had taken it down off Snapchat. I lost my composure and I snapped. I said to her, how dare she post my child without my permission? Even I have never posted my child's face out of respect, and because I didn't want people to have access to seeing him like that. Between you and mom, I don't know what is wrong with you guys. She did not respond. I was speaking to one of my friends about the situation, and she told me my sister posted it on her Instagram story too. I went to look at her Instagram story but could not find her page. I asked my friend to please send me the screenshot. My sister had blocked me entirely from her Instagram, and she had that post up for longer than the Snapchat one. She had it up for 3 hours. After this, I blocked her, and I called her boyfriend to tell her to please take it down and to never post anything like this again. Please be kind. I cannot handle any rude comments at this time. Would I be wrong to go no contact? Edit 1. Thank you everyone for commenting. I will be trying to answer as many comments as possible, but thank you so much for the comments. I struggle with being confrontational and addressing issues with my family because the way I've been treated over the years. I just wanted my wishes to be respected. Yes, this might be their grandchild, nephew, and etc., but he is my child first. If I personally haven't posted my son's face on social media, why should anyone else? I respect my son to post his dead body on social media for people to send around, as I am from a small Caribbean country where people love to gossip and send stuff around. Also, for those that think this is fake, I wish it was fake, but this is truly my life. Additionally, the family or the parents of the deceased wearing a different color from the funeral goers is the norm in my small Caribbean country and probably other Caribbean countries as well. Relevant comments. Commenter, no, you're not wrong for wanting to go no contact. That's a huge boundary they crossed. It's about respect for your wishes. Sometimes family just doesn't get it. Commenter, I'm so sorry for your loss. Your boundaries deserve respect, especially during such a painful time. If your family continues to hurt you, prioritizing your well-being might mean going no contact. Take care of yourself. Commenter, it sounds like it might be a good time to press the pause button on mom and sis. Take time to grieve without having to deal with their shenanigans. You will find the appropriate time to release the pause button in the future. F your mom and your sister. They are disgusting creatures. Story 2. AITAH for suing my ex-boyfriend for getting me pregnant and then leaving. So this whole situation has been weighing on me for a while, and I feel like I need some outside perspective. My ex-boyfriend and I were together for about 2 years. Everything seemed fine, but things started to shift when I got a big promotion at work. He started making little comments about how I was leaving him behind, or how my career was becoming more important than our relationship. I brushed it off at first, but it became clear that he resented me for it. A few months later, I found out I was pregnant. I was shocked because we had always been careful, but when I told him, his reaction was beyond strange. He didn't seem happy or upset, just smug. When I pressed him about why he seemed so off, he finally admitted that he had been trying to get me pregnant without my knowledge to slow me down. He literally told me that he thought I was too focused on work and that having a baby would bring me back down to reality. I was devastated. I had so many plans for my career and life, and suddenly everything was flipped upside down. Fast forward to our baby being born. She's a month old now, and he just up and left. He hasn't come to see her, hasn't offered any support, nothing. I'm a single mom mom, and he's out there living his life without a care in the world. I decided to sue him for child support and other damages because I feel like he deliberately sabotaged my life and left me to pick up the pieces. My friends are split. Some think I'm doing the right thing, while others say I should just focus on raising my baby and move on. But I can't shake the feeling that he did this intentionally to ruin everything I had worked for. AITA for suing him? Relevant comments? Commenter: dump the friends who think you should let him off consequences free. Fuck those people. It is so disappointing how someone would think getting you pregnant would slow you down. Once you have that baby, get back on your feet and you will be great once again. Commenter: sue him for child support. Definitely. Your friends who think you should let it go, perhaps they'll pony up the tens of thousands of dollars it takes to raise a child and take the kid every other week for 18 years. You need better friends and to find a good lawyer. That SOB of an ex-boyfriend is a louse. When he gets a new girlfriend, be sure she knows exactly what he did to you so it doesn't happen to them. NTA: boyfriend is a flaming asshole, and friends who are on his side are also assholes. Story 3, new update. My F35 husband, M32, of 2 years cheated on me, and I realized he has been living a bachelor lifestyle. How do I overcome this feeling? Original post: my F35 husband, M32, has been cheating continuously and says it is an addiction. I have been with my husband for 4 years. We dated for 2 before getting married in August 2022. I found out 5 months after we were married and living together that he had an affair with a woman right before we were supposed to be married. He literally spent the weekend with her 6 days before our own marriage. I feel the only reason he stopped is because she found out about him. So I found this out and then saw that he had been texting girls throughout October, November, and December. I even saw that he had visited motels during those months. I forgave him at this point, and we did couples counseling and tried to work on it. I thought things were much better between us, but then I found out he was cheating again. I found his texts and D-pics to other girls and his online profile where he had written he was separated. The girl he was with found me on IG and sent me all their messages because she didn't know he was married. The texts he had sent her were disgusting, and he had unprotected sex with her 7 times from July to August. I am so disgusted. The worst part is after he got caught, he still continued messaging her and tried to meet up with her. He keeps begging for forgiveness and refuses to divorce me. He is saying he has a mental health issue and this is an addiction, where he chats to other women as a dopamine release and to escape reality. But what hurts more is that he has actually been sexually active with them, and then he would come home and cuddle with me in bed like he did nothing. I am so heartbroken and traumatized. I want to leave, but his family and my family are telling me to give him one more chance. How does he expect me to forget everything and try to make this work? I know for a fact he will probably cheat again. He's getting better at hiding things now. Update. We had a talk when he came home. I asked him to tell me what went wrong, why he felt the need to cheat, and what caused us to get to this point. He told me I wasn't here for him emotionally or physically for the past year. I went back to school for a post-grad certificate to try to enhance my career so we could pay off our debts quickly. He told me I don't respect him as a husband and I treat him like a child. I am passive-aggressive and I gaslight him. I told him the reason I don't show respect is probably because I didn't forgive him truly. For the first time he cheated. He blew up on me and told me this relationship can no longer work then. I'm not saying I am a perfect wife, but I know I tried hard to be a good, caring wife. I have my flaws too, but being disloyal is not one of them. I have posted here before. Long story short, my husband of 2 years cheated on me twice. I got married to him without knowing about his past infidelities and the baggage he carried. He told me he has a sex addiction and did not realize how bad it was. This time around, he has joined a support group and is doing therapy. Let's say hypothetically, the cheating will not happen again, and I forgive him. What do I about these problems? He never calls or texts me when he is at work. He says he is super busy, but he has time to go on Facebook and watch his TV shows, but he does not have time to check up on me or even send me a "I miss you" text. I scroll back to our WhatsApp messages, and it's literally me sending him 5 or 6 messages and him sending back 1 reply. He has told me from day one that he does not like to be questioned too much, does not like to be interrogated. He only tells me stuff because he wants to, not because he has to. We haven't been a couple in such a long time. I go grocery shopping by myself. He hasn't taken me out to restaurants in such a long time. I used to tell him to take me for breakfast on Sundays, and he would just order food at home sometimes. I was just grocery shopping by myself and felt so envious of the couples who came together. It's such a simple thing, but means everything to me. He prioritizes his friends and religious gatherings over me. He would never cancel plans with them, but would reschedule his plans with me or try to squeeze in both. For example, he left a Father's Day BBQ early because he had to be at a religious event. Now I don't even know if it really was a religious event because he used that as an excuse to cheat. I want a life partner who cares for me, who asks me how I am doing, who messages me throughout the day, who makes us a priority. Is that too much to ask? I honestly don't think this marriage will work anymore. Even putting the cheating stuff aside, he has been living a bachelor lifestyle for so long that I don't think he has it in him to let go of that. Do you think things could change? If you were going through this without the cheating part, how would you make it work when there's so much hurt and distance now? Relevant comments. Commenter: I feel bad for you, not only because your husband is an absolutely horrible human being, but also because you'll never let someone treat you worse than you treat yourself. After reading all that, I can't say you have much self-love or self-respect at all. I would most certainly start there. Learn to love and appreciate yourself, my friend. Once you do that, you'll know what to do with your bullshit of a husband. A wife deserves to be loved and cared for, and taken out, and spoiled, and everything else that she wants. And any man who adores his wife gives that freely. Just ask my wife. Your husband doesn't do any of that. Either he doesn't know how to love, possible, or he doesn't love you. I'd ask for therapy. If he refuses, leave. You're way too young to waste the rest of your life. Also, doesn't like to be interrogated? Don't do anything that justifies being interrogated and you won't be questioned. He's proven he can't be trusted, so you are well within your rights to question everything her does. OP, you are right. After the first time he cheated, I blamed myself and tried to be a better wife. But he says I wasn't there for him, emotionally or physically. He blames the fact that I went back to school for a year and didn't have time for him. I told him I went back to try to enhance my career and get a better job for our future. Sigh, I still love him. He wants to give this another try, but he says I have become a rock. He's given me until end of October to change, stop being cold and distant, or else he will file for divorce. He was never questioned before about his whereabouts, so now if I do question it, he feels interrogated. Commenter: you don't overcome, you divorce. These are the only 2 times he told you about. Who's to say how many times he's actually cheated? And he's been able to say vows and say I do knowing he was lying to your face in front of all your friends and family. OP, yeah, but he says it's me who led him to cheat because I was not there for him, and I don't respect him as a husband. I told him it's because I didn't truly forgive him the first time he cheated, even when I tried to. Commenter: that's what cheaters say. They'll blame you so you forgive them. A cheater will cheat no matter how good of a wife you are. A non-cheater won't cheat even if you're a rotten wife. They'd just leave you. Story 4. AITAH for not letting a kid have my window seat on a plane. I-27. F have lupus, so I always pay extra for a window seat up front, so I don't bother anyone and can sleep the whole time. I have chronic pain, and my pain meds make me sleepy. Anyways, I had a 6-hour non-stop flight, and a dad with his kid sat by us. I think the kid is like 7/8. Immediately, the kid starts asking to look out the window to his dad. The dad turns me to me and asks if I can switch with him. He was sitting in the aisle. I told him no, and that I paid extra to have this specific seat. He said that it's his son's first airplane ride, and that he would really like to look out the window. So I said, I'll keep the window open for him then, as I have an eye mask I can wear. He said I was being difficult, and to just let him switch my seats. So I asked if he would pay the price I did, and he said I'm being ridiculous. I put my headphones in and ignored the father. The kid spent the entire time complaining I wouldn't switch seats, and kept tapping in me asking if we could switch. I repeatedly said no. It became such an issue the flight attendant came over. She even asked me to switch seats to keep peace, but I stuck to my guns. I told a couple of my friends with kids this story, and they said I was unreasonable, so I'm coming on here to ask if I was wrong or not for not letting a kid have my window seat on his first airplane trip. Comments. NTA. Anytime somebody starts badgering you about seat switching, immediately hit your flight attendant call button. Make it clear to the FA that you will be sitting in the seat that you paid for, and you need them to intervene with the passenger harassing you about that. Don't engage with the passenger, ever. Lessons learned for next time. Your friends suck, BTW. Comments. As a parent, NTA. If he promised his kid a window seat, then he should have booked one. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you enjoyed our videos, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest ones. Have a great day.